Hello everyone, back again with a quick video today. This is going to be a really short showcase of a build idea that came out of a forum discussion. Somebody wanted to do a bit of a Reaper cosplay, and I thought because I had this build with a different variation when I was leveling up the character, I was actually using a mesh set for it, and I always thought that Hope Shorn is actually a very interesting weapon, and one of its most distinctive properties in game is that it has a very short charge animation, and that allows you to take advantage of a lot of affixes that are catered toward charging your weapon, like gaining poise and movement speed. Uh, Change the build around a little bit since the forum discussion, and you're using cloth for it. Definitely, you could go for a mesh set if you wanted to. Uh, the only thing I would go over with this build before we get into the actual build. There's a bit of a combo system that's built into this. And the way you would utilize that is you would go with a charge attack and you do a one, two, and you will do your cleave attack. Uh, the reason you want to do that in this order, and I'll show you that later, is because you will get a lot of focus cost reduction out of staggering the enemies the way the build is set up, and that will help you keep up your combos up, and also take advantage of the debuff that Plague puts on the enemies. So for the weapon, obviously we're using Hope Shorn, and we have Reap slotted. And these are none of these are indigenous to the weapon as it comes. Reap, Pestilence Recoil, Cyclone Swipe, and Frenzied Cleave. These are all from different weapons. I used to have Blink on this when I was using Mesh, but with Cloth and the amount of mobility you get out of the build as is in this current iteration of it, you really don't need Blink. It's just going to be a wasted slot. For your affixes, you want to go for health and focus gain on kill, but the most important uh, part of this build is going for the normal attack damage increase after a charged attack. And like I said, all your combos will start with a charged attack. Charged attack gives you a good leap towards the enemy also. Uh, Again, you want to slot this with lifesteal. For your headgear, you want to go with damage taken reduction, uh, gain focus on damage buildup, plague increase, and the indestructible and repairable combo. I haven't slotted any gems into the headpiece yet because I'm debating whether or not you should put infection buildup, but most enemies die before the infection buildup matters anyway. So it might make a difference there, or if you find that you need a little bit of more focus, you can add max focus to this. You can also add damage reduction if you feel like the build is a little too squishy for you. For the chest piece, you want to go for healing increase, you want to go for damage taken reduction, focus cost decrease, after a stagger, and infected enemy stagger resistance decrease. You can also go for max health increase by 10% of your max focus, or anything else that you like to slot in there, uh, just to give you a little bit of more tankiness. And then for the downside, you go for drain focus. For the gloves, you want to go for infection buildup increase, you want to go for healing increase, and you want to go for damage reduction. And for your pants, you want to add armor because we're using a lot of cloth in here, and I would, in all honesty, I would change these pants if there wasn't a bit of a cosplay involved in here. I would go with the set of a set of plate pants, and that would give you a lot more survivability, and just go for the build similar to the lightning monk that I did. That would definitely be a better build, but like I said, this is a bit of a cosplay oriented build, so fashion is a bit more important, I suppose. uh, does look good though, gotta admit. For your rings, you want to go for a jade ring, you want to go for Ring of Broken Promises because you do need a little bit of a damage boost in here. I've tried a lot of different a lot of different iterations of this, and build suffers from a little bit of I would say like it could benefit from a little bit more damage. Let's put it that way. And then you want to go for armor increase with the Stone Tusk Ring, and again, be sure that you have plague resistance on all of your rings, and then split it 3 ways between cold, heat, and electric resistance. Let's just go quickly through the Crucible. Again, I'm not expecting this to be a very overpowered build, but I do like the way it sort of implements a combo system into the combat. So you get, if you look at my buffs right now, you get a damage buff, you get a movement speed buff, and a focus cost reduction buff, which is really, really helpful. You have to be really careful with this build. You're definitely super squishy, but you can also regain your health back if you can actually attack the enemies. I wouldn't say this is a beginner-friendly build at all, but nonetheless, it's a good-looking build, to say the least. Another thing to mention is that the damage boost you get out of a charge attack, it does not apply to following charged attacks. So if you go like a charged attack into another charged attack, your second charged attack is not going to have that damage boost. It's only your normal attacks and your running attacks. So if you go like this and a normal attack, you get the damage boost. Also, you can do that, and then you can do a running attack and you still get the damage boost, but don't go with a double charge attack, because your second charge attack is basically not going to be benefiting from your damage boost. Most enemies will die before you do your full combo, well, except for these guys. I hate these assholes. It's a sweet build when you can just land your combos as you want to. It's just really satisfying. But again, I can't really recommend it as a beginner friendly. You definitely want to take advantage of your movement speed. Because if you just strafe against those projectiles, they will miss. You don't have to dodge them. But if you do that with a heavy build or with a normal weight build, it will hit you. Another thing I'll have to mention is kind of a problem with this build. Your charged attack will knock back small and medium enemies to a point where your follow-up attack will not reach it. So maybe that is if you are experiencing that issue in your combos, I would implement blink into this, or you could simply just work on your spacing and know that if you want to do that, move a little bit and then go for your second attack. Don't just do that. Or you can go with the charge attacks and then do a jump attack, and that will hit them. Again, remember, your charged attack will knock back your target to the point where your second attack will not reach it. See that? I think that's an issue. But it's an issue that can be mitigated with a little bit of practice. And these guys, the big ones, it's really easy to land your combo because they don't get knocked back as much. But with the small enemies, the knockback on your first charge attack is kind of a problematic situation. But that was a big shopping spree. Also, that combo can kill you. If you get hit by all of those attacks, you will die. Okay, let's fight the Echo Knight. I haven't fought the Echo Knight at all in this build. I think I had a couple of really OP echoes in there. Uh, I thought the fight would be a lot harder than this, to be honest with you. But I don't think that was a good showcase for what this build can do on a regular run. I think I had a lot of damage boost ups. I wasn't expecting this much damage out of it. But anyways, great looking build. Amazing combos you can do. Again, just to go quickly over the combos, you can start with that. One. Okay, I don't want to fall off that edge. Forget it. Go to the beginning of the video if you want to see the combos. You start with a charged attack. You do one or two auto attacks, and then you finish up with your cleave. And that's your basic combo. And put it for big damage, when you want to actually knock down the boss, you will go with. Let me pull up the names. I use so many different runes that I keep forgetting their names. So Frenzied Cleave is what you want to use on a boss when you want to get a lot of damage in. Reap, you want to use it on medium enemies. Cyclone Sweep, you want to use it at the end of your combos in order to get a lot of damage on everybody else, everybody around you if you're surrounded by small to medium sized mobs. And Pestilence Recoil, you should use it in situations where you are fighting a large enemy and you know they will be able to retaliate at the end of your combo string. So you will hit them with Pestilence Recoil, and at the end of the animation, you will bounce back just enough so that you will dodge most of the attacks that could be coming out of the enemies. And that's it. This is the Reaper of Hope build. I hope you enjoyed it. I think aesthetically it's totally on point. Uh, from an actual survivability or like whether this is a viable build for everyone, I'm not too sure about it. It's definitely fun. Like I said, if you do like the combo system, if you want to have a little bit of a combo going on instead of just like rinse and repeating the same attacks and runes, this is definitely a very good option. I hope you guys find this useful or interesting at the very least. And see you in another video. Have a good day.